All right. Welcome everybody to another exciting edition of the BGE Pochinki Cafe, hosted by the most electrifying man in PUBG entertainment today, your boy, Mr. Shox, also joined by the owner, founder of the unprofessional gaming team, the one and only, some would say the best IGL in PUBG, Professyr. Tell him what's up.
What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, what's up, Professor? Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it was really fun to meet you in the BGE Chicago event, and I just really want to start it off by talking about. I had seating arranged where I was gonna be sitting people in different areas and stuff like that. Whatever, I had a seating chart, but once it came time to the event, I just kind of started sitting people everywhere. I was like, you guys here, you guys here, you guys over there, and just started doing that rather than going down my chart. And I sat you guys right next to the rivals, the one and only winner's circle with GT in the same table. How did you feel about that?
I was like, this fucking guy. It was pretty funny that you did that. Turned around after everyone was seated, and you had all these open clusters, and you still had us right on top of each other. It's funny. I would have done the same thing if I was
Yeah,
the host too. Though I would have been like, hell yeah, you're sitting next to each other.
100%. I was like, if obviously we don't want anybody to get toxic or fight or anything like that, but I was like, but if there was a table that was gonna fight or get toxic, that was the table. People were dying and going over to the other area. You get up, you go to the event space and watching the other people play. I was surprised. I don't know how you felt about, like, people were cheering for each other, like, oh, that was a sick play. Like, how did you feel about that experience?
It's cool to have. I think that's something we all do in our own parties when we're spectating and stuff. But now you have other people in their parties doing it right next to you, so it's cool. Like we've all done that plenty of times. If anyone goes back in those VODs, you hear it's like, "Oh shit, fucking got him."
No,
But
no. It's more like, at least from what I see, it's more like, we died to this bot. This guy sucks. Look at him. Oh my god.
oh yeah,
That's usually what you hear.
we'll say that and then mute it and then we'll say stuff, other stuff.
So then you'd be nice. We decided to go with something like Ignite, which is a little nicer. We had the event space and stuff like that. What did you think about that experience?
The venue was great. The people that were there were incredibly helpful. One of my team members was having some issues with wiring, and the dude was out there for like 20 minutes
Really?
helping him find out that his wire was backward.
Oh my god, who was that? Who was that person?
Fucking Desto.
Desto, you young buck. What are you doing, bud?
Yeah, this headset, this wire backward.
Oh my god, like he
We went
doesn't
through
set
like
it up.
4 power wires figuring that
Jesus.
out.
He's like, hey, by the way, this is backwards. Like, what are you doing? Let's talk about that last game, right? Obviously, going into game day two, WC and GT were not performing the best, right? You guys are playing good. Like, everybody's talking a little bit of smack. I'm like, these guys are still in the top half. Like, they're coming back tomorrow and they're going to really slay out. And you guys, what did you guys get? A dub game one? Like, immediately off the rip, like, back in contention.
Say it kind of played out exactly how you'd want it as an event host, right? So the expectation was that WC or GT was going to win. And after the first day, Vig was dominating.
Yeah.
But then on day two, for the first 4 games of that last 5, us and WC split, and then it couldn't have been better for the audience. It went that last game, the winner wins between us, Vig, and WC. It didn't
Period.
matter
Period.
how the rest of it went. It was that last game that mattered.
Yeah, 100%. And I would say, like, yeah, as the event organizer, that's what you want. I was not wanting a blowout, and even you guys not being first or second going into day two was even better because it had it had a little bit of, like, controversy. Are they gonna pull it out? Of course, you guys all did, right? The cream rises to the top, right? But that was good because people spent the night day one, all the people that are spectating, and they're like, are they gonna come back? So there was that extra drama in the stream, so it made it perfect. And I will talk about. I was talking to Noxy. They knew at the end going into that last game, it's between you guys, WC, and them, right? So he's like, we had to play aggressive. We took down one of the WC players, and then we just full sent it on them. And at the winners, when the winners were being announced in the award ceremony, you talked about being pushed vigorously. How did you feel in that moment?
In the moment when they got caught, I was going back to clear that sector that we kind of didn't check as thoroughly as we should have. And I got caught my pants down and it was over. I was like, y'all need to get the fuck out of here. Run. run, run. Because if anyone pushed off that, which they did.
They snuck you, right? Got you in the back, and they took you down, right? And then in my head, I'm thinking, okay, cool, not a big deal. Professor being dead sometimes is even better for the team, as we've seen in some of the other games where you called out that sweet Erangel rotation. And so I'm like, hey man, they're gonna get away from this. They got the IGL now in command in his command center, and unfortunately they just kept hard to that west side and just kept pushing you guys. So that was tough.
Hub was the key piece of us dying there too,
Oh yeah.
because they were holding where we needed to get away from that push.
Yeah,
So
Dub Hub, what the heck's your problem? And this man's over here with a Dub Hub jersey in the background, and you guys do this to him? Jesus. What do you feel about like the future of GT? Like, what are you thinking about your team? Are you trying to shake some stuff up? Are you trying to keep it as it is? Like, what are you thinking? You're the boss. You're the main man.
I mean, we just added Lazher, the one and only Lazher. So that'll probably be about it for shake up. We're doing stuff on the EU side, but you
Yeah.
don't care much about that.
Maybe we do. I want to do EU LAN tournament. What's up?
But we got EU popping. Finally got third, looking for the fourth and or fifth player. That's
Nice.
actually EU.
Nice.
Be good to go.
Yeah, because I was talking to Cold Crew and some of the guys, and they're like, you guys want a LAN tournament? We can't get it done. Like, would you be? I'm like, man, we can make it happen. Like, shoot, we're movers. We could probably get it done, and hopefully PUBG, because PUBG NA and PUBG EU are different entities in a way. So in terms of funding, we could probably tap into the EU funding to bring it over to that or whatever. You know what I mean? And I just fly over and maybe do. I'd like to like co-cast with like Gaga or something, or maybe Cold Crew, somebody, an EU guy, not me. I don't want NA guys. I want EU guys to represent EU and me, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So
Most electrifying man, right?
the most electrifying. You see me adding laser like you were talking about. I think you guys like immediately won when you picked him up. So. And he was playing with LNR, Left in Ruins, for those of you guys that don't know. They're some of the OG players from the RP days, and he was playing with them, but they're super rusty. And he immediately came back like, hey, I'm looking for like a team that I could really grow with, go back to LAN with. And I seen him playing with you guys, and I'm like, are they going to pick him up? Like, is this FA tryout here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, we had talked a little bit before over time, and then at LAN actually met, and it's another one of those things, like, we all generally have stuff in common, and most of GT has the military and athlete sense of humor, and he was an athlete, so he's got the same sense of humor. He fits in.
Was there anybody that like surprised you as like how they looked or how they acted, or somebody that you hit it off with that you weren't expecting to hit it off with?
I figured everyone would be cool once you met in person, because part of the whole like hatred that everyone has for each other is just sitting online for the last year and a half from COVID, not going out and actually being out with people.
Yeah.
But once you get out there, you're like, oh, what up, man?
100%, 100%. And like that was one of the things that I try to tell people all the time. Like, you guys hate each other's guts, whatever. That's just because you play against each other every day. But in all actuality, in the real world, if you were to meet each other, like, oh, hey, man, I like playing Xbox. Oh, sweet, me too. I play PUBG. Awesome. I play in the BGE and I play tournaments. Like, we're best friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
So these people have the most in common with each other. So I'm always like, how do you not like each other? Like, obviously, because it's competitive nature, but, like, you guys literally have the most in common. So it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, we all got stories. I went out with Dub Hub, Vig, Dub C after Saturday night. Everyone was really out together, especially you were there.
Yeah.
After it was over.
Yeah.
There was at least a part of almost every team there.
Oh, yeah, at Ignite, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that was... And, dude, crazy thing is, like, I've seen, like, little gaming venues, but that place was packed. It was juking as if it was, like, an actual, like, the tourney,
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, all the chairs are full. We're getting smashed. Everybody's drinking, taking shots and stuff. I had my girl there. She's freaking beautiful. Everybody's staring at her,